I've been donating blood all of my adult life. I began donating platelets in my 20s. I'm 62 years old now.
Frank Williams is a giver in many ways. A construction inspector by trade, he says he is ready to give more of himself than he ever has before by donating one of his kidneys so someone else can survive.
I mean, I feel it in my body, the exhilaration, the excitement, and of course maybe some of that's a little bit of anxiety and fear.
When it comes to living donation,
Williams was in the crowd when the Lifesavers Foundation held its very first gala to raise money for the expenses not covered for kidney donors and to raise awareness for the need for more living donors. For Frank Williams, the message came through loud and clear.
The monetary donations are all well and good, but without actual donors, it's just money in the bank.
According to the Lifesavers Foundation, more than 100,000 people are currently on the National Transplant Waiting List. Every 9 minutes, one more name is added, and every day, 17 people die waiting. Bruce Cook remembers the day doctors told him his kidneys were failing.
I think I went into another atmosphere, another universe. I put it out of my mind because I had people telling me how serious it was. I heard in the background people saying he's going to die, he's going to be sick, it's going to be horrible, what's going to happen.
A decade later, he was placed on dialysis 3 times a week, a new and, he says, frightening experience.
Someone is screaming in the corner, and all of a sudden paramedics run through the door, almost knock me down, go to the chair where the man is screaming. He dies in the chair. This was my first experience walking into a dialysis clinic.
By May of 2017, Bruce Cook had been on dialysis for 5 years. He hoped by going public he would find a donor match. The ask was made at a luncheon at the Balboa Bay Club.
I called out to the gentleman at the main doors of the ballroom. I said, "Lock the doors and don't let anybody out until a kidney donor comes forward." Everybody laughed, clap, 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 ha, 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 no kidney donor. But I never expected it. I honestly didn't. I never expected it. I never believed it could happen.
Then came an unexpected phone call.
"Hi, this is Heidi Miller in Laguna. How are you?" "I'm fine."
Obviously, he didn't know who I was.
"I was not at your kidney event."
But thought, I don't know who this is, but perhaps
"I'd like to give you my kidney." And I said, "Okay, who is this really, and why are you playing this joke on me?" That's how it started.
First thing I asked him was, "What's your blood type?" And he said, A positive. I said, "That's what mine is too." And so we just chatted, and he said he'd had a few people fall out through the years, and he gave me his nephrologist phone number, and I just took it from there.
It was a medical match made in heaven. The 6'5" Cook and 5'2" Miller were biologically aligned. Just months after that initial phone call, the transplant took place at Cedars-Sinai Medical Center. But it was what happened in between that caused Miller, the businesswoman, to realize only those who could afford to take time off work, travel, pay for hotels, parking, and more would be able to be living donors.
It needs to be equitable for everyone. There needs to be the person who works at Home Depot hourly who can't take the time off, but she wants to donate a kidney to her father. Her father doesn't have any money either, so they can't do it. They don't have the money to do it. That's where our foundation will come in, and we'll help not only the recipient, but we'll help that donor give the gift of life.
The second we both came out of that hospital, we knew we had to do something. We knew we had to figure out something to pay this forward, because we both are that kind of person. We don't just take and not give.
At the gala, Bruce gave the one thing he loves to do, an evening of music. Now, the Lifesavers Foundation is on its way to providing grants to offset expenses for living kidney donors. So far, the foundation has raised over $400,000.
Absolutely believe that if more people knew about this and had the information that I received that night of the gala, that more people would be willing to possibly step up and do the same thing.
Miller started the foundation by selling these Donate Life trees with repurposed jewelry. Kind of like repurposing a kidney, she says, and she's not the only one who thinks that way.
It's a fulfilling feeling. I guess it can be an emotional feeling too, just being blessed enough to have good enough health to be able to do that.
From the very, very start, when I thought, wow, maybe I'll be a match for Bruce and maybe I can save his life, I just started feeling like a little bit like a Wonder Woman, you know, like I had these superpowers. And comes to find out, I do. And I'm excited about it.
If you have a superpower or would like more information or to donate to the Lifesavers Foundation, contact Heidi Miller at the following email and phone number.